Hello there. Welcome aboard another brand spanking new episode of another Below Deck podcast. It's a new season. It's a new deal. It's a new Pat.
Hey, permission to come aboard.
Hey.
Hey,
I
want to get on that fancy elevator.
It's not. It's like there's a facade because it's kind of like Disneyland where there's this lovely outside, but in the back there's somebody who's making like $7 an hour being screamed at for having a mustard stain on their face, right. You know? So the elevator doesn't work. Broke down first episode, but this boat looks great.
I like it.
Me too. We come from the doldrums of the clown car of Parsifal onto this metropolitan. What is that word? Go ahead.
The difference of service of caring was so far. I'm just comparing Daisy with Lara. Seems like, I hate to say it, Daisy had a case of the fuckets, and Lara cares. She's very anal.
Yeah.
She cares like, hey, spin that glass around. It's not facing the right direction.
That's an odd word.
What was the word?
Anal.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's been, like it used to make sense, and then we perverted it. And
we
I
did.
Feel like anal had no say in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I probably
It's
should.
sad.
A perfectionist.
Yeah. Go to Patreon. Go to it. Go to Patreon. There's Traders there.
Oh, yeah.
And Traders is our favorite show.
Traders is our favorite show. Besides possibly this season.
Yeah. I don't want
to get into my thoughts and knots too early.
Well, you can go ahead and get into your thoughts and knots. We have Traders at Patreon. We have ads tonight. We'll have ads for this season. So if you want ad-free episodes, go to patreon.com. Love you.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Okay, Del. I love the casting.
Mm-hmm. Seems good.
Very good.
Yeah.
And that really confirms how awful sailing was. Captain Glenn, I think you listen. I like you.
We love Glenn.
I love you, Captain Glenn, and I can't wait to see you next season. Your show needs to be fixed, however.
And how Christ-like of us. I mean, he's a prostitute murderer.
That's true.
Serial prostitute murderer.
Yeah.
But, you know, what's a line from the Bible about empathy? You know, insert here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I was just going to say I like his easygoing management style.
Yeah.
Well, big improvement. Love the elevator. I think they should have two. One for service, one for clientele.
Sure. Yeah,
okay.
Sure. So work on that.
Also, love the new chief stew, Lara.
What a dickhead, huh?
Seems like a real perfectionist.
Lara?
As much as I loved Kermit, because she's a delightful person, I'm glad we have some new blood as the chief stew here.
Yeah.
I love how
we only have one or two holdovers. We have Serena.
And we got Harry.
Good to see Serena.
Great to see Harry.
Well, I mean, great to see both of them.
Also, there's some new production. We have temperature chirons. We can see.
We have a lot of chirons. We have a step counter.
Oh, that's right.
We have a step counter. We have temperature, as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of great work from the chiron department.
Love a sous chef.
Love that idea.
Great idea. I think we have like 8 people working on this boat.
Yeah. It's crazy that it took, 78 seasons to get to a sous chef?
Yeah. And already the drama is down in the kitchen.
100%.
I loved the episode. I think this is going to be an amazing season. I am going to start off with one of my highest ratings of knots ever. I'm going to give it 98 knots.
Wow. That is so foolish.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it's going to come back to bite you. You got to start off with a modest 70 pots because it was a great first episode, but we don't know where this season's going to take us. You know, we could have a new ceiling established. We could have a new floor established. Who knows? But I really like this episode. The Greek is awful.
Now, he called himself Giannis, but his real name is Johnny?
Well, no, backwards.
Sorry.
His real name is Giannis, but you can Americanize it or Westernize it.
Call him John.
I think, is Greece Western? I'm pretty sure it's like kind of one of the seats of like Western civilization, don't you think?
Yeah.
But they're still like kind of not that Western because they're like rolling everything in like olive leaves and stuff.
I hate grape leaves. I hate grape leaves.
Oh, grape leaves. Yeah, I tried two hacks at it, and you helped me out there. It's grape leaves. Yeah. Dolmas. I love them. You go to Gelson's.
They have them there?
Oh, fantastic. Great on-the-go snack, huh?
Oh, not for this podcast.
70 pots.
I'm trying to think if there's any other housekeeping to get out of the way.
No.
Patreon.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to get high.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, go ahead.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know it's an important episode. It kind of sets the standard for the season, but I'm
Oh,
kind of tapped right now.
This is going to be the first announcement for this.
Yeah.
We are going to be switching this feed. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to say that right out of the gate. The artwork for this show in the coming weeks, maybe a month, will turn to Bad TV. It doesn't change anything other than the artwork and the
Everybody calm down, okay?
Calm down.
We're going to combine the feeds. It's going to be one feed, Bad TV. If you're listening on Below Deck, it'll just remain the same. You'll just stay here. You'll listen to Below Deck here and other things if you want. If you're on Bad TV, hop on over to the Bad TV feed. It's going to be very confusing, but you'll figure it out. You're a grown adult.
That's why I'm just like mentioning it now. This is how you do this with my 4-year-old. Ellie, bedtime is in 8 minutes.
Yeah, we don't mean to infantilize you, but we've just gotten so many mean comments over the years about really dumb shit. Right?
That's right.
Right. So
I feel like I have to talk to you like you're a toddler.
Here we are, season 3 Below Deck Down Under. Let's start. The trailer looks great.
It did.
We've got people getting fired. We've got an elevator on the ship. We've got a sous chef, and we've got bros punching captains. I mean, everything is here.
Now, Dill, one thing that's confusing about this right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Is the show's called Down Under.
Down Under, yeah.
Which one would assume would then take place in Australia.
Oh, my God. Hang on a second. The foremost announcement, the most important announcement, we've won the war with Bravo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
screeners are back.
Screeners are back. You're going to get these.
We won.
I mean, it's crazy.
You know what? All right. I'm laying down my weapon now. Bravo, you finally gave up and gave us back our screeners.
Our claymores are leaving our hands, and they are hitting the floor with a clang. We won the war.
Yeah. I'm allowing you to wave that white flag and just sashay your ass in the opposite direction.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Never do it again.
You can practice your own religion here. We're going to need you to pay taxes, but you can really do whatever you want. Oh, and if we go to war with anybody else, we're going to need to conscript you. But that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Okay?
Dylan, the show's called Down Under.
Yep, Down Under.
But I believe we're off the eastern coast of Africa.
The Seychelles.
That's right. Now, I mean, I'll just say this. Who gives an F? Last season, we were in a converted Japanese whaling ship.
That's true, yeah.
This thing has an elevator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've arrived.
Last season was a converted whaling ship, which is just crazy.
Yeah, like I remember there was a scene, one of the crew members is like, hey, why are the stairs red?
Yeah.
And
it's the blood of whales.
Yeah, he's like, they're not red.
Is it the blood?
That's right.
Yeah. So we're south of the Maldives, and good news, Hot Ass Captain Hot Ass can put his own contacts in. Now, do we miss Aisha? I know you're not the biggest fan of Kermit. Do you miss Kermit this season?
Not at all.
Okay.
I am tired of her.
Yeah,
Sure. She may have gotten married already.
Right,
Scott
right. Her and Scott.
Lovely couple. I'm sure they're going to enjoy driving around the country in a van, taking a dump in a bucket.
Right.
Good for them.
And if you're keeping track, that's just called being homeless. You know, we really glorify this van life trend, but it's just being a fucking bum. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there are degrees of that, right? Aisha and Scott are not stabbing at people with shards of glass for leftover, God knows what these people eat. Mm-hmm. And for those who think that we're a little insensitive about homeless people.
I don't care what you think. I've been attacked by 3 of these zombies in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
No, you can't let
Sure.
homeless, mentally ill people roam around the streets.
Right.
They'll attack.
They throw stuff at us, and they stink, and we live amongst them. So we have firsthand knowledge. Okay. My God, are they good at building, though? I mean, these cities, they spring up out of nowhere.
Really quick.
Really quick.
Yeah, I'd love to see the building code office they go into build a 30-foot.
Well, I would tell the building code that you've got to get these people in, because what they can do with plastic and twine is like, you guys can't even compete with this. Give these people actual, you know what? Just solved it. All these contractors, they're shady characters, right? Give the contracting licenses to the bums of Los Angeles. Let's build affordable housing. And let's do it on the cheap. Let's get back to Below Deck right now. He, being Hot Ass Captain Hot Ass, has some new mates. He's got a fish tank. What'd you think of the quality of the fish tank? Looked like
low
shit
quality.
to me.
And Those aren't even saltwater fish. Those are koi.
Yeah. That's what I thought. We meet our fave. Chef Serena is back. And good news for her. She's got a British humorist who's going to be joining her. And Serena thinks this is going to be great. Now, you and I, seeing the show, would see that instantaneously and think impossible. They are setting you up to kill one another for our entertainment, and we love that. Kitchen looks absolutely insane. We'll get to the weevil infestation in a bit, but for right now, it looks great.
Well, I mean, great just in its size.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes these chefs are cooking on hot plates and microwaves. You know, it's like a fraternity kitchen. And that's why the vacations are so fucking cheap, right? So let's meet Laura. Serena has worked with her before. Mom named a horse after her. And in the States, if you're in equestrian, it means you're either, probably poor and from the plains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you're
Christopher Reeves.
Or you're rich, right? Yeah. So we'll see which one she is.
Now we get a little. Little
Sea Rat history.
We'll have to go back to the history of Below Deck, but I think this is the earliest Sea Rat history that we've ever had.
Yeah. And pretty sad one.
Well, she says Dad was an airplane pilot.
Yeah.
And she loved his professionalism, but what she loved more was the professionalism of the flight attendants. Yeah, and clearly she was talking about a time long past.
Right.
Get on a plane now and see the quality of the service of the flight attendants. Excuse me, could I have some pretzels? You'll get pretzels when I feel like it. And put your mask on and shut up.
Yeah.
I think COVID's over, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Put your mask on. Okay. Did you upload the app to get pretzels? Oh, I need an app to get pretzels? Where do I download that? I'm sorry, sir. The Wi-Fi is real slow here. So basically, shut up.
Well, you need to pay for the Wi-Fi, and you need an app to pay for the Wi-Fi, but you can't get the app to pay for the Wi-Fi without Wi-Fi. So
the last 5 times I've been on a plane, it has been the most miserable experience of my entire life.
Well, I do another show called Conspiracy Social Club with the lunatic Sam Tripoli, and he has a conspiracy that they're encouraging us to not fly, so we don't go anywhere, right? And it makes all the sense in the world.
It makes all the sense in the world.
Southwests, if they're really trying to do this, they should just show that video of that guy in a Burger King crown yelling the N-word and just be like, do you really want to do this? No. But, it's odd because it's tough for us because I think – the Sea Rats listen to the show, especially in the beginning. New season, right. They're going to tune in. They'll stop listening at the 4th episode, I think. But in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit tough to say. Lara's dad probably slept around quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's an airline pilot. You know what I mean?
I looked at a list of occupations where there was the most infidelity. And that was up there.
Yeah, big time.
Why wouldn't it? You get away with murder.
Yeah, and profession with the most pedophilia, actually, priests.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we're not, we are trying to offend everybody. They really do have a problem with that, though.
Now, Dill, you were touching on that Zarina and Laura know each other, and they will choose to be roommates. Clearly, though, I don't think they like each other.
Well, Serena is like a golden doodle, you know what I mean? And Laura is kind of like a bit of an icy bitch. So she doesn't want anything to do with Serena, really, but it's tough to navigate these waters right now.
Well, I think she used an example. She said Serena was an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Like Vegemite.
Yeah.
First off, Vegemite is not an acquired taste. It's something that our lovely Aussies have been indoctrinated into because they ate it at a young age. Mm-hmm. It tastes like a beef bouillon after a kangaroo shit on it. It's fucking disgusting. There's a reason it has 0 market share in any other country but Australia. Yeah. So it's not an acquired taste.
Yeah.
You've all been fooled.
Right. I mean, the Brits have like Marmite, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. It's yeast on toast.
What's our thing? We probably eat too much
Spam.
ketchup. Oh, yeah. Spam's disgusting.
Well, that's Hawaii's thing, but I guess Hawaii is part of us.
That's right.
I don't know. What is our thing?
We have something that must be disgusting.
The people are disgusting.
Well, sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Military spending.
Who's that? he's like a version of Anthony Bourdain, but he's fat. Zimmerman.
Yeah.
He went up to Alaska and met this tribe up there, and they fucking.
He's like, do you have any gross shit I can eat?
And he ate it, and he almost threw up. And that's,
yeah.
For him, that's a big deal because he never throws up. It was whale blubber that had turned into mold.
Well, the Inuits are funky people. You know, they've got like 38 different words for snow. You know what I mean? And that's beautiful, but it's also a little ridiculous.
You want to know, as a viewer, because I was a fan of Bizarre Foods, that it was truly disgusting. I saw that guy eat a goat eyeball one time and not bat a fucking eyelash.
Yeah, that's the thing. What you know, I understand that you have to cater to niches. You know, that's what we've done. But there's a reason why Anthony Bourdain was much more popular before he hung himself.
Oh wow, that's tragic.
Very tragic, yeah. But you know, he was more broad. You know, he'll eat normal food, and Andrew Zimmerman has to go around pretending that fucking intestines in Ghana taste, you know, acquired. No, it doesn't taste acquired. It tastes like disease. Sorry, I mean, I'm not. That's not a commentary on Africa. I'm just saying, you eating the intestines of that tastes like disease.
I went to Homes for the Habitat like 20 years ago, so I'm down in like I don't know, building a house down there, helping out, and the family we were building it for, they were cooking something in a pot all day.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I asked one of the guys, I'm like, hey, what the hell is that? He's like, it's cow intestines.
Yeah.
And this is food that they're going to serve us.
Yeah. And, I worry that we've been on this for a little bit too long. But
like,
go ahead.
This is probably their entire week's money to feed all of us.
Yeah.
So you're going to fucking eat it.
Absolutely.
And I remember thinking, no fucking way.
Yeah. I mean, you went to Thailand where there actually is delicious food, and you requested hamburgers. So
that's right.
No way you were going to eat intestines, and you were anorexic. So you know, skipping a meal is heaven to you. Let's meet Wean.
Wean. Yep.
Yeah, he's the bosun and is obviously from South Africa. His decky is also a Stewie. That always goes well. Her name is Adair. She is from Georgia. She's used to mudding and punching catfish in the face. I don't know what they do down there.
Now, I have some thoughts here, and this might get me in trouble out of the gate.
Okay.
Adair, she shares that she thought she was kidnapped at some point, but then she just thought that, and it was just the thought. It never actually happened. I think she may be an airhead, and
you usually know if you've been kidnapped.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Probably too early to call her an airhead, but she's on notice right now.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Thank You for Smoking where he gets thrown into the van and they put the nicotine patches all over him. Like, there's no real guesswork there. You've been kidnapped. Yeah. Or that poor lady from
I think I know what you're talking
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh.
Somebody asks you to help them with the couch. Never go tail in. I mean,
no.
You say no 100%, right?
But they get you to feel, they count on you feeling guilty about saying no, though.
That's why you got to say no to these people.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Anthony comes aboard, as well as Brianna, who is a model, too. Works dried up a little bit, and that's why she's a sea rat right now. And that is a tragedy.
I hope she can get back on her feet and hit those runways in Paris. You know, Chef Anthony tells us that he's ready to showcase his talent. And I know this from just watching many cooking shows. If showcasing your talent means cleaning pans and shutting the fuck up.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And we'll get to this battle of wits and wills. But Serena first jokes about having a model aboard. And listen, I didn't mean to call Lara an ICB right out of the gate, but this was kind of tough for me. She says, you know, it's nice to have another model aboard. And I don't know if it's editing, but she responds to Serena in a very robotic, kind of annoyed kind of way. It's like, Lara, it's day one. It's not, you know, it's not a gut buster, but it's a humorous thing to say. So let's not, you know, let's just be not mean.
Okay, so we've been watching a lot of Sea Rats over the last 6 years of doing this. By the way, thank you, Chief Stu, for doing a lovely post on Facebook.
Chief Stu, we got to play the What's that fucking song called with the bugles?
Oh, yeah, Chief Stu, our Facebook admin. Let Chief Stu know on Facebook if you want to take over the Below Deck page to admin. He's retiring, I think. We love you, Chief Stu.
Oh, God. Chief Stu is the best.
He is the best.
It's amazing that we've lost a mod.
I know.
Ah, heartbreaking.
I think we might have done something. I don't know. Maybe he's pissed at us.
Those are the rifles firing.
I don't think he's going anywhere. Who wants to lose that honor? You know what
I mean, listen, you got to do what you love. And Stu loves moderating the insane people in our Below Deck Facebook group, which I don't have access to because of hate speech.
Right.
Yeah.
Marina the Latina. Marina the Latina.
Are Brazilians Latinas?
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's. We've got Anthony, we've got Marina, we've got Harry, and we've got them all aboard Katina. I think that's what this boat's name is, Katina.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony worked with a Michelin star chef making burgers. I'm going to be very protective of Serena in the beginning. So let's just say this now. This guide, they're throwing Michelin stars around like they're, toys at the end of a dentist appointment.
I think
so,
they are too.
Let's chill out on that whole thing. Johnny, a.k.a. Giannis, he is, do you know what a Huberman husband is?
I do not.
Huberman husbands are people that watch Andrew Huberman and then form their identity around atomic habits that are very masculine forward. So he does BJJ. He probably cold plunges. He probably thinks that he's going to just...
He's trying to be his optimum self, right?
Right. Optimization and all this shit, carnivore diet, and, you shit blood, but you're fucking, crushing it, right? So, this guy needs to calm the fuck down immediately. I think he wrote somewhere that a clear sky fears no thunderstorms. And that was said by, I think, a Navy SEAL on a podcast, and he just put it on his bio. So, we've got to stop that just immediately. He also pronounces himself the lead deckhand.
Yeah, he does.
Which is...
Maybe there's a few more layers underneath that douchebag facade.
Yeah, we'll see. So we get to Serena and her sous chef doing a little interview before the call for battle. Serena asks what his weaknesses are. And he, safe to say, has a little bit of a panic attack.
It's our first little dust up. He pushes back on the questions.
Yeah. And he's no different than any young, virulent, possibly dumb man. He wants respect immediately. He wants responsibility automatically.
Goddamn next generation.
And he definitely doesn't want to take P's and Q's from this kooky broad. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So we'll see how that goes. Not good. We get to the stars of the show at our first team meeting. Josco, Pedar, and Nino. These guys are real human traffickers. I mean, these guys really look like coal shovelers. And it's good to see them back. Because we don't have that in Sailing Out. We have Daffodil.
Yeah. That boat starts sinking. The first thing that gets close is those airlocks that they're trapped underneath.
Yeah,
you saw that scene in Titanic.
You can lose Josco because Josco is a lot like Daffodil. He's a loner. He's experienced the darkest corners of this world. And he has probably a lot of great tales. But you can definitely leave him downstairs to drown.
That's right.
So... it's sad.
It is, but, safety first.
All
right, so then we get to the crew meeting day.
Yeah.
Captain Jason, hot Captain Jason, which I'm not crazy about his hair this year.
Oh, really?
He's got that little tail of hair. That's like an 80s thing. It's unbecoming.
Kind of like a half-measure mullet?
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. Jason says this is a direct quote, he says, I want this to feel like a family.
Yeah.
That you can have sex with.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
We're brothers and sisters here. We can bang, but just don't do it in front of the guests.
Oh, yeah.
And if you do, I'm going to have a talking to you.
But at the end of the day, we're family.
We split off for two different meetings. We've got interior and we've got the deck team. Now, we're dealing with a terrorist already in the Greek. I think I clocked this correctly. I think he told him boss to let him lead the crew. And then he assigns himself lead deckhand, which is absolutely bonkers. I feel as though he is a great evil aboard this vessel, and my least favorite character so far.
So far,
yeah.
Okay.
We've got a weevil infestation. Evidently, there was, one of these great builders that we were referring to earlier, a homeless person, I think, was living in this kitchen before they set sail.
I don't want people to throw up. Maybe you're driving in your car right now in whatever country you're in, and you're eating, I don't know, some of that Vegemite or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't want to get into maggots, but I'm fascinated. Maybe I'll do some research in my own time. I don't understand. You're on a boat. Do they just show up out of rotting food? They're just like, hey, here I am.
Well, I think if you leave rice kernels alone for too long, they kind of molt into bugs. So they're kind of imbued with this necrotic life, and they start sliming around. But what they have to do because of this is bleach the entire kitchen.
Yeah. Like a dead body was in that refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did OJ use any bleach, or did he kind of get out of there pretty quick?
Did he use any bleach?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Cut two people's heads off with a trowel. He no cleanup work. I think that's why he got busted.
Yeah.
Had he had a little more time,
And, lesson learned there. If you're going to kill, leave yourself enough time.
That's right.
Look at what Dexter did. You think Dexter just crime of passioned his way through the serial killers of Florida? No. He took his time. He put out plastic. He found syringes. He cleaned his blades.
I'd argue with OJ, a garden hose would have helped him out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Put your thumb in front of the spigot, get a little water pressure going, you know what I mean? Shave off, a couple years. But he was acquitted, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
The glove didn't fit.
Yeah, no, he definitely cut those people's heads off. But we get to the primary, and our first of the season. It's time for the preference sheet meeting.
Mark and Megan, the vegan.
Thank you.
Dill, I have to tell you something.
Tell me.
These charter guests actually, I got the sense that they might have paid some money to be on.
Me too.
You did.
That's what I loved the most about this season. It looks expensive. It looks more expensiver.
I not to get ahead of myself, but when breakfast isn't out with the incorrect time that they thought it was going to come out, because it was their fault, they definitely agreed on 8:30, not 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
They got pissy.
That's what we want.
That's what we want.
Unreasonable wealth. Unfair, unethical wealth aboard these vessels.
Speaking of which, they're property investment people or something, so they own properties or manage them or whatever. But anyway, they got some goddamn money and high standards.
Yep, and not really, because they're still tongue blind. The primary likes well done meat, and their first dinner theme is going to be our favorite, Around the World.
Now, this is getting up there with Chugi status with themes of nights on these boats, which is the white party.
Yep.
Disco night, 70s or 80s party. Let me make the case.
Live Aid.
Oh, yeah, they did that. For the Around the World thing, and I've talked about this before. All you can eat buffets in Vegas, that disgusting place, which used to be $20 all you can eat. I get it. Things cost more. But
they still have those.
They do, but now I don't think they're $20 or even $40. I think they're probably upward of $80 per person.
No, I read an article in the New Yorker. The only thing that wasn't hit by inflation is actually the 99-cent shrimp cocktail deal at the Golden Nugget.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That hotel's still standing.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe I'll stay there next time, because every fucking dump that I stay at in Vegas, it costs me a fortune.
Well, what you don't know is that you're paying to actually protect yourself from the sadness on display at the Golden Nugget, right? Because there are a lot of oxygen tanks, and there's a lot of $1 blackjack tables, and you do not want to go around that.
The audience knows this, Dylan. I hate Las Vegas.
You do, yeah.
And I hate buffets. Want to know why I hate buffets? Because mac and cheese and chow mein and a garlic roll should not be on the same plate. They don't make any sense together. They don't work with each other.
Right. Well, that's what buffets are for, right? Rule breaking. It's anarchy, right? If you want a pork spare rib and an omelet, you can have that. And your feet will swell. But this is America.
Well,
should we go on vacation?
I need a vacation.
We just had one, but you don't have one.
No.
When you're a parent and you have young children, a vacation is not a vacation. It's actually hell.
Dill, might be a great time for our ad read.
Ugh, such a good time for the ad read.
Oh, gosh. I use this product because I'll just say this. I don't like my family anymore. Yeah. They ruin vacations.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll let you start.
No. Please, take it away.
Via.
Via.
Oh, my goodness. It helped me. Yeah. They offer all the products. Well, and this is the one thing I like about this company. If you want to, actually, sorry, jump into it so I can give a little context.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you need to unlock the power of nature.
Yes, you do.
Okay? When you're a little stressed out, think about the muses. Where do they come from? Where does inspiration, where does stress erasure come from? It comes from the gods. What does Via do? Channels that power
into nature
and gets you.
They don't hide the ball. So this is a company that I'll let you read. Sorry.
No. I mean, what's the company?
Well, it basically you can. Well, you got the website over there. I'm doing a horrible job.
Well, no. I mean, listen. If you want to get smacked,
you can.
You absolutely can.
Yeah.
With viahemp.com. Unlock the power of nature. Okay, Via is the only lifestyle hemp brand. They have, listen, if you want zero THC products, they have that. Their products range from 0 mg of THC to 100.
Yeah, if you want to feel stoned, that's what I like about this company. And if you go to their website, you can get like rolled joints, you can get gummies, and I use them because I like the gummies. Like I mentioned, I can't stand my family anymore. I had such a horrible Christmas break. I took a couple gummies when I got back. It was the best sleep of my life.
Yeah.
They got products so you can sleep better. They even got some for your libido, Dylan.
So if you're 21 plus, head to viahemp.com and use code BelowDeck to receive 15% off. And if you're new to Via, get a free gift of your choice. Discounts and gifts, what could be better? Okay, that's viahemp.com, VIIAHEMP hemp.com, and use code BelowDeck at checkout. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Enhance your everyday with Via. All right, the guests are aboard this vessel, right?
That's right.
We sleep off the weevil infestation. And, my goodness. First, I should say, Big Red. Do you have any nicknames?
For these people so far?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Who's Big Red?
Big Red is, it's a chewing gum.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Cinnamon chewing gum. Mm-hmm. It's an acquired taste.
Sure.
But it's the redheaded model.
Oh, Brianna. Okay, I like that Big Red. I like it.
Yeah.
Big Red.
She loves her daddy.
Oh, that's right.
Can you imagine competing with that?
Mm.
How's Harry going to compete with daddy?
Well, I actually like it. I'm trying to instill this in my daughter that I'm the king. I'm the best guy. I am the standard for what you should allow in your life as far as a male.
You're Mufasa.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we wake the next day after the sous chef goes to sleep staring at fucking ghosts, wondering what he's done to himself and ourselves, and we go through the motions of the morning. Serena micromanages the crew food, which probably, let's not do that, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you could serve these Sea-Rats Red Baron microwave pizzas and they'd be fine. So the guests arrive, get a very romantic tour of the boat. We have a stair counter this season, as we mentioned, and a lovely wrought iron bike tower for the raw bar. Yeah. Very fancy.
That was interesting. It looks good. The oysters were displayed. And,
and
but then we go to the other spectrum. Then we get to anal beads being unpacked.
That's true. What kind of psycho?
You're referring to the charter guest that said, go ahead, unpack my bag, right?
Yeah.
Feel free to unpack your bag when you have an instrument that's sole purpose is to rupture your asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's next to my socks.
Right.
Feel free to put those in away.
And maybe rupture isn't the right word, but kind of
I heard emergency visits like late night after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like 90% are my assholes busted.
Well, that's I don't know where you heard that stat. Perhaps you got it at X.com or Blue Sky. I'm not sure, but they're meant to kind of arouse and stretch the capacity of the rectal cavity. Now you could ask yourself, I thought that was just for shitting. Nope. We live in a Technicolor world, a land of opportunity where you can shove rows of beads up until it hits your diaphragm and have sea rats unpack it. Not pull it. I'm just saying it's in. Yeah. Bad choice of words. So, we are going to
Let's
going.
get the fuck out of here. It's hot as balls. This place sucks.
Laura and Zarina on the last boat had a tough job with each other because Laura was given unilateral control over the quality of everything, including the food, which is insane. She had the power to tell the chef that the food was not up to standard.
Okay, so they're doing separate interviews here, and this is what's interesting about this dynamic. Both of them talk, and the way they explain their working experience together, their past, is that they fucking can't stand each other. Mm-hmm. And they were bumping heads.
Right.
A great predictor of the future is, of course,
the past. Now we get to dinner, and we have a little bit of an issue beforehand. The Greek lead deckhand, cold plunger galore, somehow makes his way out into the middle of the ocean.
There's no key in that goddamn.
Doesn't have a key in the jet ski.
And he forgot his phone.
So, I mean, at least George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg had a key.
I'm the camera guy sitting next to the lighting guy, just watching him float off. Hey, Ted, how long do you think we should before we tell anybody?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the rules are we don't engage. We just let the events unfold as they happen.
Yeah. What if he dies?
Not my problem.
Yeah. He's like old timey, you know what I mean? He's like, have you ever heard the phrase, let the chips fall where they may? Oh. And then before you know it, and it's something we've been lusting after, our first death on reality television, you know. And listen.
It's happened.
Yeah. Has it?
Oh, yeah. And not in this country. It happened in a version of Survivor and it wasn't even fun. It's like someone died of
exposure.
Of a spider bite or something.
Oh, yeah. Can I tell you something? My buddy,
I'm going to do a bit on that for PMZ. Let me write that down.
Oh, deaths on reality TV?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I had a buddy of mine. He was in Thailand gallivanting around, was on a hike, started running down a cliffside, lost his balance a little bit, put his hand on a tree to adjust himself.
I bet it's...
Felt a sting, took it back, snake bit him.
Oh, wow.
He's in the middle of the jungle in Thailand, and he's like, okay, here we go. He had to go to the emergency room. He was driven to an emergency room, had to do venom treatments on him, had to, all these tests to figure out what he got bit by. Cost him $105.
Well, I was going to say, imagine if he went into a village.
Yeah.
In their emergency room, and there's literally a machete on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
We have two options.
Yeah.
You die or...
I would say take my hand. These snakes are nasty, man. So we get to dinner. First off, this is going to be around the world.
Oh, I can't wait for your thoughts on this.
Yeah. Well, first off, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is what I said about my sentiment of all these. I mean, Zarina is a class act and schooled, and I'm sure she pulled it off. However, I generally do not like all these different flavors in the same meal.
No,
it's odd to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Serena's very good at cooking. And we know Serena, she's a friend of the show.
Yeah, we went out with her. We hung out with her.
But can't pull any punches.
Okay. That's right. We can't let our friendship be a part of our critique
hinder
on the
our
show.
criticism, right? Siskel and Ebert, I'm sure we're friends with Robert Redford.
Oh, I'm sure he called me. He said, I sent the screener over. Roger, did you get it?
Yeah.
And Roger's like, I got it, Bob.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think? 2 thumbs down. No, there's a lot of liquid tonight.
A lot of liquid.
A lot of liquid. A lot of spoons required. And that's bizarre. You know me and gazpacho. Gazpacho has a very low ceiling. I don't like cold soups.
Mm-hmm.
But these people sopped it up. The first course representing Italy was a gazpacho with watermelon and tarragon. The second was an onion bhaji with a mango avocado salsa, representing the country of India. And then we get a little bit of a mix-up. The Thai dish, I believe it was Tom Kha Gai with chicken, is another soupy little thing. And Laura doesn't serve saucy, soupy things without spoons, which means that we, I believe, need a third spoon of the evening. And we wrap things up with a creme brulee, needing yet another spoon for dinner. Now, listen, at some point, we've got to pull out a knife and fork, right? We're all adults. It's dinner. So while the flavors, I'm sure, were very robust, I feel as though the medium is the method, I think. And I'm going to have to give it 2 pots.
2 pots?
2 pots, yeah.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Well, I think the guests enjoyed it.
Yes, they did.
Can I do a meanwhile?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Adair shares with Harry, who I think she thinks he's cute or something.
Yeah.
She says that she's seen a lot of butt plugs today and also a Puff Daddy level of lube.
Well, I think...
A lot of butt fucking going on.
I think you're talking about Big Red.
Oh, Big Red did that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I messed that up.
Right.
I was thinking, like, what else do you need lube for?
Well, when you've been married for a long time, pretty much everything.
Oh.
We're happy.
Me too.
Yeah. So we rise for the next morning.
Well, first off, before we go to bed, I believe Zarina comes out when dessert was served, and they all agree.
Yeah.
Breakfast will be served at 8:30 in the morning, not between 8 and 8:30. I don't like these guests for this reason.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be a dick if you're not sure. And you were drunk, by the way, so shut the fuck up. And she also said, they asked about breakfast, and she says, well, normally I do a special and then a layout, which she did do. Yeah. Just want to make sure we got that right.
Yeah, no, it's important to lay out the framework of the situation.
Create some problems the next morning.
Right? You can't build a building without scaffolding, unless you're a homeless person. Then you don't need really anything. You just need rudimentary ingredients and an imagination that is completely untethered to this world. I mean, you look at the greats like Gaudi. He was not with us down here. He was with the gods, the way that people who are punching walls are. Wow. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So we rise for the next morning. Too much?
Not at all. I enjoyed it.
Laura will work past death. She says there is nothing that can kill her in yachting. And that's not true. There are lots of things that can kill you in yachting. Jason killed like 15 people with the boat.
But he's hot, so who gives a shit?
Right. We end with a breakfast timing fiasco. As you mentioned, we said 8:30. We did not say 8. But the biggest issue, and my heart sank when Laura did this, turns the kitchen into a diner.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that.
And we'll have 3 scrambles. We'll have 2 bennies. Hold the avocado.
Yeah. The chef, one of the guests asks if she can whip up a hollandaise, and she just goes, "Yeah,
sure."
I'm sure that Serena takes a lot of pride in her food. To whip up a hollandaise is no small feat. Okay, it takes a lot of elbow grease to just do that. So if she doesn't have hollandaise, let's not say that she does.
Can I say this though? This would have been a great time to get the sous chef involved.
Yeah,
you make the eggs there, buddy.
Yeah, and there is a bit of an issue where I'm with Serena. If I'm Serena, I don't want him on guest meals until I can see what he does.
That's right.
But if we're jammed
it's
up,
breakfast.
let's I mean, there's a reason why brunch shifts are given to the sous chefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, we'll be back next week with another brand spanking new episode of Below Deck Down Under. Get in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Chief Stu.
I hope we don't lose you. Stick around, buddy.
Stick around, buddy. We're we're not going to bury you at sea like Osama bin Laden anytime soon.
I don't even talk to anybody. I leave everybody alone and let them do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wanted to resign today. Hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Patty's sad.
I am.
But also happy because it's a brand new season. We won the war with Bravo. I mean, it's smooth sailing ahead.
Oh, yes.
Love you guys very much. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Pat, say goodbye.
Later, dudes. I thought it was a really good